Football is pretty awesome. It's even more awesome when the Saints are playing, or at least practicing, which they didn't do today. But the black and gold will get back at it tomorrow. And as Fletcher Mackel tells us, those practices are going to be a little more awesome in just a couple days.
On Tuesday evening, the New England Patriots will arrive here in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia, for two highly anticipated workouts against the New Orleans Saints on Wednesday and Thursday. But no one knows if Tom Brady will be here in the Mountaineer State. Brady could be in New York City, trying to have his suspension for his role in Deflategate overturned. No matter if Brady's here or if he's in New York, New England players say their focus will be football.
All the extra stuff, the smoke and mirrors that y'all throw, that's for y'all. But what we do is we play football and we love to do it.
Just playing football and doing what I got to do. Taking one practice at a time right now during camp. Today was a great day, and I just got to keep working hard.
Brady will most certainly be in New Orleans Saturday night for the Saints preseason opener against the Pats. But even with Brady dressed out, Jimmy Garoppolo, the second-year quarterback, will get most of the snaps. Garoppolo was sacked 7 times last week against the Green Bay Packers, so the Saints defense should be able to get to the young signal caller. And if they can't, it may be time to push the panic button. 2 young linebackers will lead the Saints' charge on defense. First-round draft pick Stephon Anthony and second-round draft pick Heoli Kikaha are expected to get significant playing time. And Sean Payton says they're doing well.
You know, they're competing with some veterans that have played out there before, so they're getting a bunch of reps, and I think it's good.
Sean Payton has still not addressed injuries in any way, shape, or form. So unfortunately, we have nothing new on injured players. Jarris Byrd, Brandon Browner, Delvin Breaux, or Donnell Ellerbe. For now, though, on your side in West Virginia with the Saints, Fletcher Mackel, WDSU News.
All right, Brandon Browner got nicked up against the Ravens last week. We've seen a few reports that said it wasn't anything serious and could be back soon. Obviously, they need a 6'4", 220-pound cornerback to be healthy when it matters the most to contain the likes of Julio Jones, Kelvin Benjamin, and Mike Evans. That's why they snagged Browner from the Patriots. Now, a few weeks ago, he gave the media a straight-up answer about why he left New England.
Brandon, did you expect to be back with the Patriots? It was a disappointment where they didn't try to...
Man, this is a business, man. I wasn't disappointed at all. When they asked me to take a pay cut, it was time to get up out of there,
All right, I think it's fair to say right now, maybe throughout the season, that Leonard Fournette will be the best player on the entire team for LSU and could even be better, as in top Heisman candidate better, if and only if one of the 2 quarterbacks can show up for each game and somewhat manage the offense. Like, don't do anything that's so bad to where either Brandon Harris or Anthony Jennings has LSU ranked near the bottom of the country in passing statistics. Right now, Harris is a front runner at becoming the starter since he's taking most of the first-team snaps. But LSU offensive coordinator Cam Cameron is telling the Tiger faithful, pump the brakes if you're expecting to see the QBs put up big numbers every Saturday.
We're going to see how physical we can be, number one. That's just what we're going to do. That's what we believe. That's what we think wins championships and what wins in this conference. I say we, Coach Miles, myself, our offensive staff. Secondly, how physical we can be and take care of the football. And then third, we got to score. And it doesn't matter. I've called the same exact play in a row 25 times before and it not get stopped.
That's it for Sports Media Bowl when we come back.
I'm pretty sure I can get behind any of these print guys, so we'll see.
Back is being blitzed.
Oh, it's a big day in West Virginia today. Fletcher Mackel and the rest of the TV stations from New Orleans against the print media. The players are off, so the media gets to play. Fletcher caught 2 touchdowns. 2, count them, 2. Look at this. He threw 1, 2, Fletcher.
LSU needs a quarterback.
Yes, yes.
Larry Holder, not so much of a quarterback.
Larry Holder from NOLA.com.
What happened?
Larry, embarrassing.
Slippery ball.
I can throw better than
70 to nothing. 70 to nothing. Take it, Adriana.
All right, a new addition to